What is going on, you guys? My name is Rage and we are back today with another video. You guys can see we're opening up the new year here with the Fresh Horizons event, and at the time of recording it does start in 2 days, 19 hours. In today's video we're going to be talking about some quick tips and tricks in preparation for the event, and as well as the upcoming changes. I really want to showcase for you guys some ideas in terms of teams to build, teams to use for this event, and as well the breakdown. So if you guys go ahead, hit here in the little eye, it does actually give you specific details in this new event. So as you can see, essentially it's a 14-day milestone that's really met by leveling up any character, as well as there's going to be a campaign energy usage that's also going to be applying to this. However, you can see here ISO8 campaign will not be applied. And on top of that, there's actually going to be a new mini dark dimension mode that's called the Pocket Dimension. And for this one, we are only allowed the limited time usage of Resolute trait characters to also earn shards. So, I mean, that ideally is going to allow you to get the orb, in which you're going to be able to achieve more rewards of the characters. So, that being said, you know, this is a really good breakdown overall. If you hit preview, we get even an actual detail of the milestones here, in case you guys didn't know. By hitting scoring on the left here, you can actually see how this event is going to be detailed. So you can see by spending specific the level 1, level 2, level 3, level 4 training modules, they're actually going to add up to points. And as well, as I noted before, the campaign energy additionally also adds to this 14-day event. So we're really going to be keeping track of this tracker. And as you can see, you can scroll down and kind of get a sense of how many shards you'll be getting for, you know, Scarlet Spider here. Obviously, the main goal is going to be getting to the highest milestones as possible to maximize the number of shards. But you can see even beyond that, we actually get some really good rewards in terms of the T4 materials and the much seeked here, as you can see, the teal catalyst that all the players are trying to use as part of the Dark Dimension 5 preparation. So some pretty decent rewards, but you can see it actually does stretch out quite a bit in terms of the usage here. So we have to be very smart maximizing our training materials for the time being. So the nice thing about this is it's a very simple calculation. You can actually already forecast how much you're going to need to invest. As you can see, they give you the clear numbers of what's going to be used here for the calculation. And if you were to multiply that for, let's say, for instance, your actual training materials right now, then you're actually going to be able to see how much you can spend to maximize. So you can see these are all the available materials for me right now, and you can really build a preliminary calculation in terms of what to hit. But that's just to give you a sense of the event overall. This video is really going to be talking about some of the characters we're probably going to be using for Resolute roster, used for part of the Pocket Dimension. But as well, teams to build and taking advantage of this moment, because it's not every day that we get a milestone where we can really fully take advantage of earning shards at the same time as training up the rest of our roster and really try to maximize the potential there. So with the Resolute roster here, you can see there's some notable characters, but definitely the selection here is for sure lacking. So I'm very curious how it's going to play out, but chances are, if you guys have been following the meta and who's been making a really significant impact in the game, Cersei and Icarus are really notable because, you know, they're right now used heavily in all aspects of the game. Dark Dimension, Doom 2 raids at the very end game. So for sure, Cersei's going to be a lock if you have her built. I think the other one is as well Omega Red if you have him locked. He's going to provide a lot of value. One of the best war offense teams in the game right now, Weapon X. As you can see, I was building him up, but then after the release of this event, I am going to be saving up materials to actually bring him up higher now. So this is going to be a really good opportunity to take advantage of building the Pocket Dimension characters being Resolute, and as well as maximizing those milestones as part of the Scarlet Spider event. So personally, recommendations, I would also include Misty Knight, just because she's part of the very powerful defensive Heroes for Hire team in War, and if you have her built up, she's also used in Dark Dimension as well as raids. But personally, I don't use her, but I know she's viable, so that's a good selection as well. And then the obvious one would be Spider-Man Morales, just because he's part of the Web Warriors, being that new Doom 2 bio team. And for sure, you will not be wasting anything by investing in him and his team as well. Magic's been newer to the game as well. She's got some strong statistical boosts, but I haven't leveled her just because I don't actually have a strong Uncanny X-Men team. But for sure, I'm sure she's an option right now as well, just because she's new and she can actually provide that counter to Kestrel, so a strong investment there as well. The other two notable additions that I can think of right now for being a strong part of the team would be Shuri, just because she is right now using Doom 2 raids, provides a good amount of defense and healing, and especially she's using the tech nodes right now, and there's not many characters in the game that are tech that can provide defense up and have really good speed. And lastly, I would also recommend building up Multiple Man. He's part of the X Factor team that's very powerful. Although they don't have a lot of endgame usage, they're still required as part of the Adam Warlock Mythic Legendary unlock. So for sure, he's going to have value there going forward in the future. As well, he's also used in Dark Dimension, which can provide value. So those are the recommendations there for the Resolute roster, potentially to help the Pocket Dimensions. Now, if I unfilter this, I did want to talk about a few characters here that are notable in the game right now, because I do personally recommend building them up, especially if you get a chance to right now. If you've been saving up your training materials, this would be the best time. So Kestrel's top 5 character in the game. Likely I'm bringing her for Dark Dimension 5, but you can see I've upgraded everything on her. She's just an offensive juggernaut, and she's also a tank in her own way, as well as she can soak up quite a bit of damage, as well as applying debuffs such as defense down. So if you guys haven't built her up, take advantage of this moment. A strong team is also the Secret Avengers, and being Captain Sam, Sharon Carter, as well as Maria Hill. They're really the staple right now for the Doom 2 skill nodes, and those three specifically are going to add a lot of mileage. They're also very viable right now for Dark Dimension 5, as some of the endgame content creators have already used them. Another top recommendation would be the new Warriors team, and being Deathpool, as well as Cloak and Dagger. Just because, again, their usage in the Doom 2 raids, they're very powerful, and as well, they've become a staple in the Dark Dimension 5 from what we've seen in the milestones and the leaderboards noted. So definitely top recommendations there. Shang-Chi, officially now, he is available in the game through the Blitz Orb, so it's really nice to see that he's readily available. A very powerful character, actually a staple on my team for my skill nodes, but it's nice that I can actually get shards now to farm him. Another top recommendation, you don't need to have his full team to be effective. He's a very powerful character by himself. But as well, I noted earlier that Misty Knight's going to be really good for Pocket Dimension. So, I mean, you'll be building 2 strong characters, part of a very powerful war defense team, and I would recommend that. I also have highlighted here in the hearts the Astonishing X-Men. Jubilee and her Astonishing X-Men are really the only viable mutants team right now in the Doom 2 raids. As well, she was also used as part of Dark Dimension 4. I may bring her up to Dark Dimension 5 depending on my mutant usage for gears, but as of right now, I'm just playing it safely by ear. But for sure, they have a usage in the end game for the Doom 2 usages, just because no other team can attempt it right now. So her and the rest of her crew are great characters to bring up. I like Silver Surfer, very similar to Kestrel when they both came out together in that similar time frame. A powerful character, a juggernaut in the game. I wish he's farmable, but right now he still has some really strong offensive abilities, really strong speed up, can transfer negative conditions, strip away positive buffs. I used him in Dark Dimension 4 as well. Just an offensive juggernaut. So, I mean, I would highly recommend building him. And really, the last two would be the noted here Cersei and Icarus as part of the Eternals team. I'm not sure if the game's going to release more characters in the future, but these two right now can really take down the majority of the Infinity Watch with just the both of them. So if you guys haven't had a chance to build these two, definitely top recommendations overall, just because they have a lot of end game usage right now. They're viable in Dark Dimension 4, viable for the future in Dark Dimension 5, and as well a meta right now in the arena. So these are the characters I would recommend building in preparation for the event for both the New Horizons and as well the Pocket Dimension. So wish you guys the best of luck in the future as we prepare here. Thank you as always, and I'll see you guys in the next one.